the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, here we go.
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up. Well, it's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 47. 47.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 47. 26.
On play action, Prescott. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, 46. Hey, kill.
Prescott now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. It was 154. Why is? 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Prescott on third and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to move back in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, 47.
They'll throw again. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Sanders' kick is good, and that gets them back within 10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Hey, color.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here go 46.
Now Prescott. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Watson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 27, Prescott. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be first down, Washington. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
First down, Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Go 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Play action now, Prescott. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we're going to 54, 1 hit. Hey, 47.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2.
47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Hey, kill.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Albert Okwuegbunam. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. So Washington now with an important two-point conversion attempt. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty, and they convert. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, nice move. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 48 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Dak. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47. Then we're going to 53.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now they try the right side here. Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Mahomes to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because